What's up, fellow humans? My name is Tannik and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where last time we managed to pull off some cross-examinations and sue some doubt in the case. But actually not only that, we even managed to prove that there was indeed a gentlewoman present at the table of the victim, and we even got her name. So maybe now we will call her in as a witness, probably actually, because that seems like the next logical step to go through this. And most importantly though, we also managed, or specifically Ryonosuke, managed to get some confidence. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to look up how to pronounce the prosecution dude's name, how to pronounce that. Alright, so I looked through other people's Let's Play to see how they pronounce his name, and they also just said Archie. So if that's wrong, please tell me in the comments, but for now I'm just gonna go with that. Or maybe the Yellow Power Ranger is also a good alternative. I think about it. 22nd November, 11:38 AM. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendants and Chamber 5. Alright. Hey, Kazuma. Ah, yes, I love this music. Oh, wait, I have my headphones plugged into the wrong thing. It is recording the audio correctly, though, is it? I think so, yeah. Hey, what's... PC, stop that. No, it's opening software. No, stop it. Alright, that was technical difficulties. Alright, there we go. Kazuma, excellent work, Ryonosuke. That was superb. Thank you. You were actually a great help, so thank you, Kazuma. My heart was in my mouth the entire time. Oh, the change in this expression. It was a great transition, gotta say. This game has some really good 3D animations. I've heard over and over again that a big problem of 3D graphics is that it can get less expressive because you're kind of just working with the restraints of a 3D model and you don't have the almost unlimited freedom that you can have with just drawing in 2D. But this game is really good at that. I mean, it's also a newer game, so technology is further, but yeah. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. Okay, you sure did analyze me pretty well there, Kazuma. Oh no. It was a grim sight. Oh, shit, whoops. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. Oh, look at me, he's proud of us. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it, it's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. I mean, I can understand, Ryonosuke, if your first experience in a courtroom is being the one accused for murder with high stakes because of the political situation, and, well, peculiarities, there we go. Why was that so difficult all of a sudden? As they called it in the first episode. Miss Jezaille Brett, a student from Great Britain, is she? That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. I'm so excited to get back into this game. This is awesome. I recorded the last episode right after the first one, so I think it's been... Has it been 2 weeks already? No, surely not. Was it? Was it that long? Anyway, I've really been wanting to get back to this game, so heck yeah. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in a courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I am sure of. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, Fiend is something very different. She was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Though, I'm not sure if he's a friend of Fiend, to be honest. Anyway, did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Then, on the floor next to Wilson's table. Also, I just talked about the expressiveness in the 3D models, but also still in 2D, they're really good at this stuff. I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor, and just after I bent down and picked it up... Bang! I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheet. And he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Oh, okay. Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area. I see. Bit more context. Ah, there you are. Oh, with what voice is that? Oh, this is him, okay. Yeah. Professor Mikunoba. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Our modern country is still in its infancy, our justice system even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis in his life, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. That's quite honorable, but come on. You know, this is a very, very difficult trial, as we have learned in the last episode. Because of the political situation, we need concrete evidence to actually prove that the murderer is the murderer instead of us. Well, otherwise, we will get blamed for the murder. So, yeah, it's not looking too easy. What? What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. Kazuma! Well then, it looks like all comes down to you, young man. Oh no. To me? Yes. You need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? I mean, they're both professors at the same university. Did they talk? The victim and him? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMaine. Yeah. And it was I who invited him. Ah. Okay. Oh, I see. I didn't know that before. Oh, there was Kazuma's voice. Whoops. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. Give me your sword. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. Shouldn't there be a comma after the naturally? Naturally, our government. I think so. I'm not sure. Because like there's a pause there. And I think that should be a comma then. Alright. But let's not forget who we are going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at the disposal to quash your case. Quash, fancy word. But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight. Right to the last. Damn it. Best of luck. Thank you. Now then. I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need. Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama. She vanished. She's a ghost. Defendant Naruhodo. Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside to the courtroom at once. I'm stumbling over my words here, damn it. I need to learn together with Ryunosuke. We're getting there. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Back to it, partner. Maybe better pronunciation. Epic, yes. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what's hit them. Kazuma? What? Thank you. Really. What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty now, by now. My stumbling over my words is actually really good for Ryunosuke's voice. As of yet, at least, still. Maybe later on. No, not anymore. I think he's gonna get quite confident by the end of the game. At least, there's 2 games, so in the second game, I think he'll have quite a bit of confidence. So, I need to improve my reading until then, at least. Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer, and as a friend. Coming from you, that means... Oh, coming from you, that means a lot. This is nice. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. We won't! Alright then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Hume Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course. Sure will, Kazuma. But I'll take one for myself too. I deserve it after this. Also, I'm just gonna read the text a little slower, because the text itself is already slow, and then I won't stumble over the words, because they're either not there yet, or I'm just trying to read through it really fast. This game is good practice for that kind of stuff, and it's really fun. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Prosecutor Aochi, have you managed to subpoena the witness? Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government. Sorry. I really kinda have to defend myself here. Let the government scrutinize, that's their job. It's nothing to worry about. It's highly unlikely that the good relations we've forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. You will still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and your nation founders? Again, terribly sorry. I mean, I'm still gonna get blamed unless I give concrete proof, so I'm gonna try to give concrete proof, and otherwise I'm gonna get blamed anyway, so what are you even complaining about? If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. Ooh, hot take. But yes, you really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke. What do you mean? A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England? Shut up! Shut up, you jumped up rookie boy! You and your friend know nothing! Nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. Oh, new animation. he collected itself again. That's nice. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures. I mean, I gotta give credit to him how fast he was able to collect himself again with just that. And bring back his confidence to smack on the table. I won't deny that I'm no expert, I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder too. Oh. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there is one thing that I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. Hot take as well. But nice. Well said, Ryunosuke, despite the wide-eyed look of terror. You little brats! Thank you, Council. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system, and exists solely for the pursuance of truth. By the way, I have my camera software set to auto-adjust the temperature. So if suddenly, for a little bit until I notice it, I look really red or really blue, then that's because of that probably. I can try and edit that in post, but if it constantly changes, that's going to be difficult. So every now and then I'm gonna check if it's correct or not. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Jezaille Brett. Ah, there we go. Yes. Ouch. Your Excellency! Dude, that smack sounded actually pretty loud. Are you okay? Oh. It's a swan. Wait, is there a difference between a swan and a goose? I know the German terms, of course, but... Oh, what was it? That smile is kind of creepy, okay. Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land. Tea! Someone bring English tea! In England, no discussions take place without tea. Is that true? No idea. So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court? Oh my god. Of course. My name is not you. My name is Totoro Hosonaga. We know you. I've been working under... Oh wait, what? That's wrong voice. A little too deep, I think, for his voice, yeah. Yes, we know all about you already. Yeah. Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first. Oh my god. Is that true? No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of. Oh yes, I think I did, didn't I? Yet your description of this amazing sight was simply a woman. Amazing sight. Sorry for this, okay? But powers of observation aside, your powers of this description are sorely lacking. Guilty. So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please. Will she even... Will we even see her eyes? Oh, ooh, fancy. Excuse me? Wait, what? Does she just like have an extremely heavy accent or something? I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but what? Okay. Apparently they can speak in fancy. So he's gonna translate. The lady says her name is Jezaille Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in Yuma University's medical faculty. Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people. Dulcet, okay. I'm calling it. He's going. The lady is gonna be gonna say something to Archie that's really rude, or just something simple like "shut up." I don't think she appreciates Archie's. How do you say it? How do you? The words on my tongue, but you know what I mean. I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird song. Oh, come on, dude. As far as I can tell. The detective is translating her words faithfully enough. Yes, I agree. You're obviously too fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it? No, oh, right! I forgot. We are speaking English here, kind of, but not actually. She's speaking English in the world, while we're supposed to be speaking Japanese. Gotcha. That's why it's in weird fancy italics and stuff. Because she's speaking English, and we're supposed to speak Japanese. I'm not speaking English, apparently. Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Uranus, okay? The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called La Carnival, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct? We have to wait for this translation every time. That's gonna be a little bit annoying. That almost looked like an @ symbol in that. It was a long thing for just yes. She says yes. This could take some time. Exactly, Ryunosuke. You're speaking my thoughts here. I can relate to Ryunosuke really well, apparently. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese. She She's always turning away and looking down. She does not care about all this. She does not want to be here. She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. At the university? Interesting. When you're the one who engineered her escape. I was just following special orders from the bureau. Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over to this photographic print? Seeing as you were, so unfortunately, present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight... Oh wait, am I doing his voice correctly? Resplendent eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps? Apparently it was a very frightening and sorrowful sight. Do you mean to say... Yes, it would appear the lady did witness the crime. Oh, the very important moment when the accused, standing right there in this courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood. Did she say that she saw that? I think she just said that she saw... that... well... Order in the court. Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement. I mean, we had that 3 times before already. Thrice. Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. Does seem like it. Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. Now it's gonna get interesting. What will she come up with? Witness testimony. Heck yeah. Frightening and sorrowful sight. Ah yes, I see. Ah yes, fancy. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beefsteak. Wait, what? Can I... Okay, now I can. Yeah, okay. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. Currently, that's the only statement that may have an inconsistency. Because of the right before my eyes again. Oh, maybe this. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. This is a yes! Condemning testimony. No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all. Quiet, you filthy wretch. Wretch. Yes. Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard. Okay. And look at the Snow White angel. Yeah, contrast the black with the white. Yeah, sure, that's conclusive evidence. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe. Again, with the dark. You're still making the same mistakes, Rinus, okay? You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn. Well, sometimes apparently I am supposed to. But he's so annoying. But of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the 2 witnesses who testified before, and reported back to the bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. The testimonies of the last 2 witnesses were completely worthless, however. Well, even so. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm. I mean, there are quite a couple of places, technically. I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to. Exactly. Unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have hidden a weapon can be shown, this is moot. Moot. What are these words? They sound nice, but I have no idea what they... well, I can kind of picture what they probably mean. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Those are the witnesses' own words on the matter. Ah, that's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up a trace, I could prove it. My dude, that's not the best idea. Don't think about anything rash, Ernest, okay? But I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day. You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. She doesn't necessarily have to hide it on herself, though. Well, anything different would be more complicated, but technically possible. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. She's smiling. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Oh, yes, Your Excellency. Ooh, here we go. Cross-examination. Oh, that's not gonna be easy, actually. Frightening and sore for sight. I think we're gonna have to press on some statements. I'd arranged to meet for slightly lunch. Okay. Animal to eat. Yeah. Beefsteak. Yeah. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor. His argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. I took his gun, she says. Let's just press on it. Let's see what they can say further on that. Oh yes, the slam. Like I said, I did not shoot that gun. And like I said, there's no point repeating that assertion over and over. What was that scene transition? Well, I wasn't expecting to be attacked by my own side. Oh, that's his voice. Well, I wasn't expecting to be attacked by my own side. Nevertheless, defendant, you can't deny that when the shot rang out in the restaurant, you had a gun in your hand. Well, yes, that's true, but all I did was pick up the gun I saw on the floor next to the professor as I was leaving the restaurant. In fact, yes, there was someone much closer to the victim than me at the time. The highly suspicious lady in question. That will do, you dirty, rotten scoundrel. Dirty? Your baseless accusations could very well cause an international incident, boy. Yes, use your telekinesis. It seems to me that your accusation is just as baseless as always. What nonsense. Wait, did she just change the expression on the mask, on the vigilante mask thing? What the heck? How is that possible? Lady is merely stating what she saw. And this is already an international incident as far as I'm concerned, anyway. As far as I'm concerned, anyway. Okay, so that didn't help. I mean... well, what use would it be to press on this statement? But I guess I don't know what else to do, so let's do that. It's all very well saying that, but can you prove it? Absolutely. I verified it personally. Oh, so he checked her. You verified it? Yes. Immediately after the incident, I checked to make sure the lady was not carrying a weapon. So the weapon must still be there. Well, it could still be there. Oops, sorry. Interesting. I distinctly remember her saying, "I'm not." That's all you did? You just asked her? Okay. Surely you carried out a physical search, Inspector. No. But come on, dude. Why on earth not? The honorable gentlewoman clearly stated that she did not possess a weapon. There was obviously no need for any further probing into the matter. Sure. Or, there was no permission given for any further probing into the matter, perhaps? Think what you will. But if you're going to continue with this preposterous claim that a refined lady was concealing a firearm, The prosecution demands that you support your assertion with facts. In other words, he wants evidence. Come on, give me something here. The lady wishes to point out that, of course, she wanted to stay and assist with the investigation. But she was in a hurry to give a presentation at university, so she was compelled to leave. Okay. Maybe that's something to read. Not to mention the fact that your office had told you to get the woman out of there. Not to get her out of there, I was just urged her to leave. The lady would like to point out that she in no way meant to run away from the scene of the crime. Which is why she is only too happy to cooperate and testify here in court today, of course. Unlike a certain student who refuses to admit when the game is up. Okay, dude. You could at least have the courtesy to pay attention to her and grading you. Goading you. No. We've had plenty of that already. I think we know what you're talking about. What's in you're not being helpful with. So she's maintaining that you got into an argument with the professor, at the end of which you shot him. Which is an out-and-out totally unfounded... Oh, which is an out-and-out totally unfounded lie. So maybe we should press on that. I mean, she could just give a very blank statement, just like they were arguing. The end. But maybe we'll get something more out of it, like smacking over a glass or something, and then we can look for a stain. Still, her statement is very compelling. After all, she's an elegant, refined, young and beautiful gentlewoman from Great Britain. Her look. In stark contrast to you, dressed from head to toe in a dull black school uniform. Hey! I'm dressed exactly the same way as you are, except for the flapping red ribbons. That is odd. That's a cool outfit, I like it. Well, anyway, this is our only chance to expose her testimony as the fiction that it is. If we can't do that, the trial's over. Even when your thick skin must be able to... Even with your thick skin... Wait, damn it. Even you with your thick skin must be able to feel the murderous looks you're getting from around the room. Only too well. I feel half dead already. And the fact that I can't see a single inconsistency in the testimony isn't making me feel any better either. The first thing to do is press her on any of her statements that seem even slightly off to you. Yeah, so we press on the arguing. Do that and an opening will present itself, I promise you. We have to make her slip up. I could imagine, since they're all already that biased towards me, she kind of tries to fuel into that. And she maybe over-exaggerates the argument a little bit to make it more believable that I actually killed him. So she will include some kind of physical aspect, which we can then disprove. Or contradict at least. I need to expose the true face of this exotic foreigner that's hiding behind the mask. That's what I should be aiming for in this cross-examination. Run over and take the mask off. Alright. I mean, we could definitely press on this as well. And let's go for the argument first, because I already have an idea of what I'm looking for. Yeah. Yes! I never got into an argument with the professor. All I did when I noticed him was go over to say hello. Please, don't get angry with me. No, I wasn't directing that retort at you. I was meant for the lady next to you. But anyway, as I said, I did not argue with the professor. It's actually really a weird thing when you have someone translating for another, when you try to show some emotion, be it positive or negative, through your voice. It's really weird because you're talking to them directly. You have to talk to them directly to convey the emotion, but they can't understand you directly. So, like, they receive part of what they assume your emotion is conveying in that, but they don't understand the actual meaning of it yet until it's translated, which often leads to, like, awkward smiles and such, like, ah, yes, I guess. Don't know what you said, but it sounded nice. I'm afraid your words are in vain. Sorry? Miss Brett does not appear to speak Japanese. No, of course not. Japanese is such a cumbersome language anyway. English is the future. We must all, what? Supiku Inkus? Speak English. He pronounced speak English very weirdly. Spiku Ingrishu. Oh man. I wonder if the prosecution will feel that way forever, or only in the presence of a beautiful woman. Well, that beautiful woman is telling blatant lies with a completely straight face. I have to find something that will unravel her testimony, no matter how seemingly insignificant it could be. Oh my god, it's warm in here, it's 27 degrees. If that doesn't seem warm to you, it's warm for me. It's heating up because of lamps and stuff here. Also because it's just warm outside. But yeah. I'll be fine. I'll take a little break in a moment. Anyway, it seems that after the argument, the accused briefly returned to his own seat. That part ties in with what you said, doesn't it? Yes, I still had some coffee to drink. And the next time you got up after that was when I'd finished my coffee and stood up to leave. She's smiling. Alright, give me a moment, I'll take a small little break. Okay, the first two statements still remain for us to press on. And originally, for this one, I thought there was probably going to be nothing here, because we already figured all that out with that he wasn't able to eat, and that there was only one beef steak. But maybe it could actually have something to do with how she was able to conceal the fire, because it was one of the very few variable factors in that scenario, I suppose. And it is also specific enough that she wouldn't have thought of an answer for that beforehand, like she might have for this one, which is a bit more of an obvious question. But also, this one has a greater extent of complexity, where she might mess up. Also, I just spit on my monitor, damn it. Alright, so let's go with this one first, and then see the other one. Because we are actually in that university, and there's quite a bit of factors that go into that with the different times. So maybe this one is more difficult to find a suitable motive, well, not motive, alibi for, making an excuse. After 2 PM, in fact, that's really quite a late lunch, isn't it? You don't keep out late fashions from Britain, do you? Yeah, sure, whatever. No. That was a fancy no. A decisive English no has quite a sting to it. The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory. Sorry, it seems. Okay. That's interesting. Research laboratory. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. Daily. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. Yeah. That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, that all makes perfect sense. Such wonderful logic. What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is. Sure, dude. So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? Okay. So this one's the only one then. Yeah, I guess maybe it is just specific enough that she doesn't know what to answer. And she slips up. Yeah. Not gonna repeat all that. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering. Was Miss Brett aware of that fact? Oh, good question actually. It seems so, yes. She'd heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. I mean, yeah, if they meet daily. So that would mean... that it was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? Oh, wait! Why was... Huh. Interesting. Why was Dr. John H. Wilson on that side then, when he died? I didn't even think about that for some reason. So it had to be staged. She had to intentionally move it to his place. Oh, whoops. Okay. Exactly as it was left. Dear me, what a harrowing experience. So he also didn't do it, so it has to be the woman who moved them. To have traveled to a distant island on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic instant. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight. Oh my god, dude, you're not a knight in shining armor, you're just the yellow Power Ranger. So, the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all? Ah. Okay, that's right, other than some carbonated water. Just water? Yes. The professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. Where's the other glass then? They each raised glass. Okay. Oh. It's very meaningful. The last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has profound bearing on this case. Well, well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing, My throat is getting kinda dry. Maybe I need to take another little pause. I don't want to over-stress my voice. I've done that before when I did the voiceover for the video where I talked about my Tenerife vacation. I don't know if that video is still up. I think I might have taken it down for one reason or another. But yeah, I remember that I actually got a sore throat afterwards. So I'm actually gonna take another little break, because for you that doesn't matter, it's just for my voice. So be back in literally a second. The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony. Ooh. Well sidestepped, counsel. Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony. Gladly, she said. Nice, so now we can contradict it. It was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one. Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, really. Alright. Beefsteak for myself and the professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water. So, now we can contradict this. What's that? Yeah. Wait, do we first have to... No, not this time. Okay.
Yes!
Present! What was that? That's it? Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. That is correct, the lady says. Well, that is... it's odd. Very odd. Dear me. What's odd in the defense's inability to express itself? He says dear me quite often, but it's nice to say in that voice. It works very well. Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously, it's the cheers. The cheers? Yeah, okay, we know what's going on, so... Come on. Yes? There should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. I mean, it's quite obvious. You're quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass picture here. Am I supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking of, what? Okay, yes. What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make in the case? Explain it. Do you say that minute? Is that how you spell minute? I'm confused. Well, I'm just gonna say minute. Minute, you say? Could it be that the detective here removed the glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. Good that we know that. Good that you said that. I would never do something so reckless. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Are you going to try to tell me you can clink with only one? Can you? If you break it? Technically, but it's not broken, so... You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. Oh! She didn't like that he said that. Inspector, what did the lady say? It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What? It was all so terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she's saying. Good gracious. Sorry. Oh, okay. There, as I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all. Oh, please. You must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in a state of disarray? It's absurd. Oh, really? So do we take it that you're now going to accuse this vulnerable, young and beautiful woman of mischief? What? No, this can't be put down to mischief. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. Let's concentrate on the important stuff here, before we lose track. It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying. Ah! She could conceal the gun. A handbag, you say? Yes, Your Excellency. A small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. She has to name a way to get rid of the glass, but then she automatically says that she could have concealed the gun. So the beautiful... Okay, yes. However, blah blah blah. Student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end it comes down to nothing. No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already. Okay, no, she didn't. Okay, sometimes it's a little bit annoying, I think, in this game that they just keep talking around the thing instead of actually getting to it. I mean, sometimes it's fine, it can work for epicness, for drama, for characters, but not always, please. Okay, yes. No burying, sure, there is burying though. I do know. Yes, I know. Come on. I like the dialogue, but come on, we need to get to some substantial dialogue here, please. Took the way, okay. The handbag. Wait, the lady put the glass in the handbag, you say? Yes, do try to keep up. Yes, okay. Come on, game. No, don't do it every time. It's gonna be annoying. Let me see, a little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. Though we are still in the beginning of the game, so I assume it's gonna be less so later on. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was a handbag. Exactly. In which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too. Why didn't you say anything? What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard? It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, he can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. You can't seriously be suggesting Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Did you or did you not search Miss Jezaille Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? No, sir, I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. No! She has a plan though, she's gotta come back with something. Order, order, order! What is the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what, Prosecutor Archie? Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations. Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. I don't think it's gonna be so easy. Do you think so, Kazuma? I mean, this definitely is gonna help, but... Oh, okay, a dude. I still don't know what's up with that, if there is something up to that. Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly you have no faith in the police. But you did at another time? As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary. He searched it beforehand. So he searched it beforehand, there was nothing in there. She either concealed it somewhere else, or she got the gun within the restaurant. And, which I find more likely because they meet daily. So she smuggled it in there on the previous day, hid it somewhere, then went in with her handbag, grabbed the gun, shot the victim, and then put it back into her bag, and then she wasn't searched. Necessary in what way? How to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about. I see. This photographic print. Oh, wait, so... Huh. Okay. This print is of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. Okay, so... either there is another pocket in there, or she did it the other way around and concealed the gun. So she went in there, concealed the gun out of her, took the gun out of her handbag, concealed it, then took the glass and put it in her bag instead, and the gun remained there somewhere. As you get, well, and since she's daily there, she expected to be able to come back the next day and get it again. So if we don't expose her on this day, she will probably take back the gun. But wasn't there already a day in between? It's difficult. Before we took her as a witness. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Also, yes, I noticed that that mark on the wrist there. Well, I never. You can see right through to what's inside. Oh, that's the judge. You can see right through to what's inside. That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside it, it would have been immediately obvious. Ah! As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Thank you for having proved that, Naruhodo-san. What? Oh man. Kazuma's just looking down. Are you okay, bro? Come on. Order! Order! Inspector Hosonaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Certainly, Your Excellency. Okay. I think you have had long enough to cross-examine the witness, Counsel. The court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted into court record appears to have no further significance, I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Indeed, and there is only one logical conclusion. That the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator in this of this crime. Why was that so difficult to say? No. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around. I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start. Oh, even Kazuma looks defeated. Oh, boy. Kazuma? I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. No? What? You mean this is it? Uh-oh, uh-oh. I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student. But the weak are meat while the strong eat. Okay, dude. You were wasting your time. There's no way to defeat true justice. A fact you can chew on to your heart's content, from the inside of your cell. This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? And Kazuma, his dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Oh boy. Kazuma. What? Is there really no chance of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest. Which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. Oh boy. Very well, I will now proceed immediately to the ruling. It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all. That smug little... Ooh. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, having considered all of the... Not yet. Wait, Your Excellency. When I'm looking at the time though, I know, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna leave this episode here. This is a turning point. It is a breaking point for, like, how this is playing out. So this is a good point to leave the episode and start the next one. So, I know it's quite the cliffhanger, but it's a good time I think. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm having a lot of fun with the series, and I'm gonna record the next episode immediately after this one. So if you're wondering when the next episode is gonna then be published, I assume there's gonna be like 3 days in between. It kind of depends on how things are going in real life for me. So my schedule is not super solid in that regard, but it's at longest 1 week after this one. So yeah, there we go. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and maybe subscribe as well. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!